Lil, thanks for coming. Are you ready to help us whack-a-mole?
What's the scoop so far?
Yesterday, we captured an enemy spy who confessed that they were meeting with their informant, who is part of the GLA. But before we could get a name out of them, the spy chomped down on a poisoned tooth. We've gathered 6 suspects. One of them is definitely the traitor, but so far they're all sticking to their stories.
Couldn't you just get a mage to put a spell on them? Or better yet, I could go get some truth spray from the shed and be done with this in a flash.
Good thinking. But the guilty party could have built up a tolerance to truth sprays, or be in league with a corrupted wizard from the guild. Your deduction skills are the only method we can truly trust.
Well, I have done this once before, but it was a low-stakes situation with my little friends. I guess I'll see what I can figure out.
You can interact with each of them twice. They'll just repeat their stories after that. See if you can detect any inconsistencies about their whereabouts last night, and catch them at a lie.
Last night, I was here with Chuck organizing flyers for the war rally. You can ask him yourself, but if you're looking for a mole, look to my left. They're literally a mole. What more could you ask for?
Listen, I know everyone's gonna think it was me because I'm a literal mole. But last night I was at a bar in Little Ogre Town watching the Goblin Ball game, I swear. I never miss a game, even when they're out of town like they were last night.
I was at a friend's house, a friend who was out of town. I was at their house while they were out of town. They asked me to water their plants while they were out of town. It's the truth.
I know where I was last night. I was at the big game happening downtown, but I'm more concerned about the big guy to my right. Have you ever met a troll you liked or even trusted? Something seems fishy about his story, if you ask me.
I was quietly meditating in my chambers last eve. The degrading acts of skulking in shadows you're picturing are obviously more in line with a creature half the honor of an elf. Someone like a halfling, perhaps?
Last night I was attending my sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's birthday party. It was quiet down by the Goblin Bowl arena, with it being an away game and all, so I didn't see anyone on my way home. I don't know why anyone would suspect me. I have a leftover apple tart in my freezer to prove it.
Chuck will vouch for me. I was here. I've got Brawler Seasons tickets, so some nights I'm at the arena, but last night they were playing out of town. As to who the traitor is, I don't know what else to tell you. Don't overthink it. They're a freak.
I honestly have no idea who the traitor is, but all I know is that it's not me. Ask anyone who works at the bar in Little Ogre Town. They'll remember me. I'm a really bad tipper.
It was... All right, fine, you caught me. I didn't go to a friend's house to water their plants. I was out on a date with a human I met last week. Guess I still feel weird talking about it, but the date went great.
They're half the size, therefore they're half as trustworthy. Stop wasting everyone's time, and accuse that suspicious-looking halfling already.
Fine, I'll confess. I don't actually have any leftover apple tart in my freezer because I ate it on the way home. My sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's mother is a professional cook and I couldn't resist. You should lock her up for the crime of making irresistible desserts.
I told you, I was at the Goblin Ball Arena last night. I live around the corner from the stadium, so after the match I went straight home. I'd ask that elf. Hard to trust those uptight...
So, Lil, who is it?
I think it was... the Cyclops.
What? Why me?
Because you claimed you went to the Goblin Ball match last night, but the Brawlers played an away game. You're clearly lying.
Very clever, little girl, but it's no matter. You and your kingdom will burn, and out of the ashes a new glorious nation shall be born.
Take them away, Carl.
Good work, Lil. We couldn't have done it without you. We'll make sure they're properly punished for their crimes.
Oh, just one more thing before I go.
Yes?
I got nothing. I just always wanted to say that. Is there someone hiding behind that?
It's me, Fredo. Here to facilitate all of...
I thought you were banned.
I was, but I figure I can run faster than that ogre they've got running security. So...
I think I've gambled.
You've already got money riding on it?
Yes. That.
You're breaking my heart if you're working with...
Oh boy. Well, I got a team together somehow. I didn't get to give him any of the secret sauce, so I've just got...
I knew you'd come back to... Here are the teams at play, kiddo. Which one do you want to hear about? This team is made up of extremely elderly former Goblin Ball superstars. Their fundamentals are unmatched, but most of them are quite hard of hearing, can't hear their captain call plays, and it gets a little, shall we say, chaotic out there. Their star frontman on the tube slide is one to watch, because he tends to wander off and we don't want him to get lost. Here are the teams at... What a ragtag team this turned out to be. With all their star players off either fighting in or defecting and fleeing from the war, this was a real scramble to find anyone willing to play. You got your few eager and excited hardcore fans out on the field, but then you got... Here are the teams. Their star... How much are you looking to gamble? All right, kid, you bet.
Buns, 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 buns.
Oh God, not again.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you...
Sure, why not?
Well, that's just great. Brace yourself for some pole zazz. That's a pole, but with pizzazz, in case you forgot. As you can see, the Sprawl Brawlers mascot is an anthropomorphized version of the Great Sprawl. When you think of an ideal Goblin Ball mascot, it should be... Okay, great! And when you picture an animal that embodies the spirit of the Brawlers, you pick... That's great! Thank you for your time.
Let's watch some Goblin.
I don't know if I can really call what we've seen today Goblin Ball. Whoever rustled this motley crew of sprawl men, women, and creatures should be slapped in the mouth. Not to mention the Barranquilla Barracudas. Their star frontsman on the tube slide is playing like he had a stroke. What? What's that? I've just been alerted that the Barracuda's star frontsman on the tube slide has suffered a massive stroke. I feel terrible. Now, back to our live coverage. Although these new brawlers have struggled valiantly, the Barracudas have a slight lead. Their only chance is the final triple hopscotch. Number 12 heads into the straightaway, hops, and oh, that's too bad. They only manage the double hopscotch, and the Sprawl Brawlers lose to the Barranquilla Barracudas. Well, isn't that just a kick in the teeth?
Lucky guess, kid. Come back next time for all your illegal gambling needs. Just ask for Fredo.
Lil, how are you holding up?
Not too many game overs today, Garbs.
I'm not really sure what that means, but maybe I've got something for it.
Oh, hi, Lil. Back home after a long day's work?
You know it.
What a laugh. You, a working stiff.
It's a riot. Hey, Arda, you got a pen and paper? I want to send my dad another letter.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
This time, I really want to cheer Dad up. What kind of joke should I tell him? That should put a smile on his face.
My pleasure. I know how much your dad loves to hear from you.
The Mages Guild is gathering in the Sprawl to discuss our place in the war efforts. Been a long time since we've all been summoned together like this.
Who summoned you?
The High Council of the Mages Guild summoned their membership by sending a glowing green light into the sky. A sort of signal that tells us we're all needed.
I get it. The mage signal. Good thing you were looking up.
You're telling me? The reason I founded the Mages Guild was so that we wouldn't have to all gather together this way. It was a set of guiding principles that all...
Thanks for the chat.
Anytime, little buddy.
Oh, this is so weird, being out with you. Anybody could see.
Aw, honey. It's what's on the inside that matters. I'm not embarrassed to be seen with you.
Embarrassed to be seen with me? I'm worried someone's going to see me with a human and tell my mother.
Oh, brother.
Him too.
I think I've done everything.
to have been one of the more exciting games of Goblin Ball I've ever seen.
Who'd have thought that the Brawlers and the Bearing Camp Barracudas could have come together so last minute and put on a game like that?
Rhonda, did you see the Brawlers' new mascot?
You mean that powerful dragon-looking thing?
Yes, that's the one.
I like it.
I hate it.
Well, there we are, split again. And
perfect segue, Rhonda. Happy St.
We'll now take the traditional 200 and...
Huh. I guess there's no letter from Dad today because of the holiday. I hope he's doing okay.
Come on, give it back already. Stop saying that.
All right, break it up.
Lil, what are you doing here?
I live here. What are you doing here?
I work here. I got a job getting rid of the rats.
There's a lot of rats in here, Lamont.
I'm not very good at it. These rats are pretty smart. This one stole a crystal that I found. No, I found it. Ugh. Lil.
Hey, rat. Meow.
Hey, he gave it back. Thanks, Lil. Now, shoo, get out of here.
Okay, geez. I have to go to work anyways.
No, not you. The rat. Can you tell Isla and Simon that I won't be able to meet up with them? I have to clear all these rats before this place opens tonight. You might as well take this crystal. I don't need luck. I need a foolproof way to get rid of these rats.
Oh, Diddums, my trusty valet, we've been so displaced.
Yes, Mum, we have.
It simply must stop by any means necessary.
The means necessary to stop war must at all times be relentless, Mum.
How true, Diddums. Mark Goblin Twain.
No, Mum, his cousin Egbert.
Hello there. How did it go with the bank?
Turns out this oligarch's money has been seized due to the war, so now I've been forced to take up residence here among these poor people.
Because you're poor now, too. Isn't that fun?
No.
Hello there, Lil.
Seamus McGoblin, what brings you and your family to the docks?
Oh, we live here now. Things got a bit tight after the war started, so we had to relocate. It's not the prettiest or safest place to live.
But...
No, but this place is awful.
Well, at least you're all together, right?
Oh, not so. One of our boys, teeny Tom McGoblin, was lagging behind when we fled, so we had to hurry along without him. He should be arriving in the sprawl any day now. If you're working the gate, would you mind not giving him too much trouble and let him in?
Of course, Mr. McGoblin.
Oh, thanks, Lil. You're...
Step right up, folks, and take your turn at being a winner. Find the queen and uncover a royal prize. How about...
Simon, it's me, Lil. Lamont says he's stuck at work and won't be...
Hey, Uncle Fredo, she's made me. What do I do?
Just play it cool and act.
Sorry, ma'am, who I'm gonna act like I've never seen before.
Are you trying to con me?
Uncle Fredo?
Never admit you're running a con.
I've got something from Garby for you, but I can't just give them to you. You'll have to play for it.
All right, what's the huff?
It's not a scam at all, ma'am. All you need to do is find the queen. She's one of the 3 cards you see in front of you. Just keep your... Where's the queen? Congratulations! You found the queen, you won the jackpot.
You're making it too easy.
Since I'm stuck here, could you be a pal and make sure Isla knows about Lamont not showing up?
This kid's terrible at running a swindle.
Wanna play again? Well, come back.
Mr. Fantastico! I haven't seen you around for a bit.
My journey for the most fantastic hat took me to the countryside, where I was drafted into the war.
Well, that sucks. But you're back now. Does that mean my dad is back too?
Unfortunately, your father remains at the front lines. I, however, got sent home for wearing too many fantastic hats. Apparently, it was alerting the enemy to our presence.
Well, I'm happy you're home, and that you got to try on some fantastic hats.
But they were not fantastic enough. My journey, it continues. Also, your father gave me this letter to give to you.
A letter from Dad.
Dear Lil, thanks for your last letter. I really enjoyed reading it. Except that part when you told the really, really dirty joke. Where did you even hear a joke like that? You're 12! Is this how your friends talk? Because I don't think you should be hanging around with them if they know words like that. Regardless, I told your joke to the guys and they all loved it. But now I have a reputation as a funny guy, and they all want me to tell more jokes like that. So before you dump those little monsters forever, get them to write down a few more jokes just like that one, will ya? This war is tough, but they say there will be a ceasefire on St. Swithin's Day, so that's something to look forward to. But what's really keeping me going through the darkest moments is the thought of getting back to you. I love you, Lil. Please write back soon. Love, Dad.
I better write back to him. Hey, Mr. Capello, do you have a pen and paper on you? Fantastic or otherwise?
Of course, child.
Dad got a little mushy at the end of that last one. How should I respond? Hey, Mr. Capello, do you think you could mail...
Of course, child. I will search for a stamp for your letter that is so fantastic that it stops the postman in his...
Or, you know, whatever's the...
Lil? How
Does Ash's assistant Travis know you're in here?
Oh, he knows. And he's not happy about it. Councilwoman Ash took me on as her new unpaid intern. My mom said this will fast-track me to get into the Youth Politician Training Program for Two-Faced Cutthroats and Liars, or the YPTPT-FCL. She says it'll help build character.
Yikes. I'm here because I'm supposed to tell you that Lamont won't be able to meet up later. He's, stuck at the office.
Oh, that hard-working lug. He'll be the perfect trophy husband for me. He's so distractingly handsome that it'll both impress and intimidate my opponents.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you with that.
Now that you mention it.
Oh, crap.
The YPTPT-FCL does have an entrance exam that I could use your help with. And I've got something from Garby if you do.
Okay, what do I have to do?
There are a couple of questions about current and historical affairs that I still need to answer. Here we... What was the name of the late King Oswin's father? Okay, question 2. What is the current name of the Goblin Ball Stadium? Great. Question 3. The Crown Prince of Petrard, Phineas Pomp, is the son of... And last one. Mega rock superstar Vlad. Okay, that's all the questions.
What a fancy collection of bottles.
Lil, it's good that you're here. Wait, tell me, are we having this conversation for the first time? Second? Are we stuck in a loop?
We are totally stuck in a time loop, and the only way for us to break out of it is if you tell me your deepest, darkest secret.
Be serious. These are dark times.
Fine. I don't mess with the chronometer after hours. I'm frightened enough of being sent back in time or forward in space or whatever, using it at the guard shed.
I'm glad to hear it. The readings I've been receiving from the device have been outside of my comfort zone. Not to mention the fact that those mages seem hell-bent on manufacturing another one.
What is with those mages? It seems like for every lovable stoner like Echo, there's 3 spooks like Tyronius these days.
That's an extremely perceptive observation. You're working the night shift again tonight, correct? I'd like to requisition an upgrade for one of your tools. Which one would you like me to upgrade? It is done.
Gee, thanks. That's awesome.
I just hope it's not too little too late considering what we're up against.
What does that mean?
Just stay focused on the task at hand. That's all any of us can do.
That's still pretty vague.
I'm just trying to get us through this in one piece.
Fine, don't tell me.
Goodbye, Lil.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Why, hello, my dear. I'm just coming home from a long night tending the apple orchards. It's almost harvest season, and it couldn't come at a better time with the food shortage. Will you let me pass? I've got the first apples of what looks to be a very fruitful harvest. Tee-hee! Just a little gardening humor, dear. I'm using them to make a delicious pie.
I don't see how it could be a fruitful harvest this year. There's a war raging outside our walls. That can't have a positive impact on the orchards.
No, dear, you're right. The orchards were a bit sad, but still a few good apples, and we should be able to make pies for every grown-up in the sprawl. With all of these candies wrapped in foil, I can fatten up the children of the sprawl. Then, with these delicious magical apples, I'll put the fat little piggies to sleep and bake them into delicious pies. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What? I don't have a dog.
Don't you?
No.
Oh, well then I guess I'll just have to make you one. Why, hello, my dear. It's almost... With all of these...
Whoa, is that gold?
I wish. Ha! No, my dear, they're candies. I always... And you never know when you might meet a bright young child who wants...
Yeah, I loves me.
Excellent. Eat up.
Excuse you?
She may well seem harmless enough, but I would encourage you to make sure you know this person's true intentions before you admit her. Do your due diligence, Guardsman.
plans, my glory...
You'll just have to take it some...
All right, but before... I'll share a secret with you. This is no ordinary apple. It's a magic wishing apple.
Wishing apple?
Yes, one bite and all your wishes...
Sure, give me the...
All right, dear, but don't eat...
Huh?
Oh, dear. Night-night. Why, hello, Ma. Without there, I've got the first apple. I'm using them to...
I don't see how it could be a...
No. Ow! I'll get you.
What?
Don't.
No.
Oh. Why, hello. It's all...
Whoa.
And you never...
Yeah.
Excellent. Eat...
Excuse you?
I've got the first apples of what...
I don't...
No.
I don't mean to be rude, but are you a witch?
Oh, oh, my dear, it's not rude at all. Of course I'm a witch. It would be rather dangerous being out all alone if I wasn't a witch, wouldn't it? Most people just assume I'm a witch, but it's nice to be asked.
Cool. I've never met a witch before.
Haven't you? I wouldn't be so sure. You may have known a witch all your life and just not known it. But my plans,
You'll just have to take it some...
All right. I'll...
Wishing apple?
Yeah.
No thanks. I've got this thing about...
What a clever little girl you are.
It is the same little guardsman who denied Scary Tree Monster in our previous encounter. I am here today to attend a meeting at your puny and home.
I noticed you have something carved on your bark, but I can't quite make out what it says.
Somebody carved it on me when I was a sapling. It was a mistake.
Mind if I try to read it?
Okay.
It reads, to lodge all power in one party and keep it there is to ensure bad government and the sure and gradual deterioration of public morals. Does that mean anything to you?
That was the words of person who came to woods to write. I remember him, Mark Goblin Twain. He was inspiring to Scary Tree Monster. Talked about how to make change in world.
I was successful in my bid to represent the constituents of Darkwood Forest on the outskirts of Kaladar. You are now looking at me, scary tree monster. I ran unopposed and threatened to stomp and thwomp any who entered the race against me. It was a landslide.
No wonder you ran unopposed. I wouldn't want...
Smart kid. May a scary tree monster humbly accepts entry into the sprawl.
Oh, well, that's very nice to hear.
To stomp and thwomp any who oppose his demands.
Oh, barf to the max. Can I see your papers, please? I didn't think that would work. Sorry, you can't come in today. They're wandering off. Bye, zombies!
Oh, hi. You must be Lil. I was told to come to these gates so that I could be looked after by you. I'll be heading in now unless you need something else.
So, who told you to come see me?
Aw, geez. It's kind of a top secret project I'm working on. I don't think I should say much more about it.
Name and species?
Always the same. Poxitani Polly, mole person.
Let me just turn to mole person in the good old monster manual.
I am not a monster. I am a person. A mole person. If you prick us, do we not bleed? Well, that's a bad example. We don't bleed easily. Mole people have exceptionally fast healing, but that's pseudoscience. I am not a monster. Oh. The GLA floated a plan to dig a tunnel under the outer walls to access essential supplies from the outside. I'm here to get the project started.
So, who?
Aw,
Top secret. Whoa. And they sent you straight to me, eh?
that's not what I was told.
What were you told?
I was told that you were trustworthy if a bit... Well, that's not important.
Wait a minute. Didn't I see you at the GLA? The whole traitor in our midst thing?
Yep, that was me. I always seem to get pulled into those lineups.
Yeah, I never really understood the whole mole being a spy thing either.
Nobody knows, and it really hurts my feelings.
That's terrible. From now on, I'll make it my mission to use mole only to refer to mole people, or actual moles, not traitors or spies.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll be off to take care of this top secretest. Thanks, kid. I knew I was right to come to your gate.
Hello.
Holy hell! You are actually a nightmare come to life.
Is it the belt?
What? No.
Is it the knife and the hockey mask?
And the knife glove.
Are you sure it's not the belt? Because I have a big job interview today, and I don't want anything to ruin it.
It's not the belt. So, what's your name?
Greaves. First name, Stabatha.
Stabatha Greaves. Terrifying figure of utter horror.
Oh, they don't know I'm coming.
And you said you had a job interview today in the sprawl?
Well, not in the sprawl, but cutting through would save me some travel time. I'm headed to the outdoor wilderness camp at Lake Scream and Die. I'm applying to be a camp counselor. Well, reapplying.
Stabatha, that's a beautiful name.
Don't say it 3 times into a mirror at night, though.
I'm gonna take your word on.
Just these here knife hands. This outfit doesn't really have pockets.
What's with those? Is that really practical?
Honestly, no. But it looks scary, so it's...
Ever forget you have it on and go to scratch somewhere?
All the time. Why do you think I'm wearing the mask? And what's worse is that it's allergy season.
They don't work. It looks like the wire was cut.
Yeah, you caught me. It's a thing I do to make sure the people I want to kill can't call for help.
But you don't want to kill me, right?
Depends on if you let me in or not.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
Stabatha Greaves, you are hereby under arrest for the crime of wanting to kill a bunch of teenagers.
I don't want to kill them. It's just been my sole purpose, driven by demonic motivation since I was raised from the dead.
Save it for the courts. So long, Stabith.
Sorry, I forgot I cut your phone line and didn't fix it. I hate to leave you...
That's very considerate of you, Stabitha. How did you escape the guards taking you to prison?
Oh, I killed them. Anyways, guess I'm taking the long way to Lake Scream and Die. If I don't get the job, because I was running late, I'll come back and tell you all about it.
Oh God, what have I...
Hello.
Holy...
Is it the...
What?
Is it the...
And the knife... It's not...
That night I died in the woods, a demonic spirit of vengeance possessed my shattered heart and brought my twisted corpse back to life. Now, I am cursed to wander the campgrounds of Lake Scream and Die at night until I have slaughtered every last person who had a hand in my death. I just hope I can make it through the job's 90-day probation period.
Whoa, what the heck was that?
What was what?
That flash in your chest with all the weird writing.
Oh, that old thing? That's a demonic hex that appeared over my heart the night that I died. It gives me the unnatural strength and endless stamina I need to hunt down camp counselors in the woods at night.
Looks good on you.
Did you just decode the hex on my heart without asking me?
Oh, I guess I did. I'm sorry.
That's a little presumptuous.
I don't have to read it if you don't want me to.
No, go ahead. I'm curious what it says myself.
It translates to, if this hex is read out loud, the cursed shall return to whence they came.
Wait, on second thought, no!
Kerel, kom je ver mijn son?
Hey, I remember you. How have things been? Well, this has been one for the books.
We got a call there may or may not be something strange going on in your general vicinity.
Who are you now?
Ghost finders.
my god! There's a ghost right behind you!
Nice try, kid. You gotta wake up pretty early to get the jump on the ghost.
Take a look for yourself if you.
Oh my god! A ghost!
Let's get out of here.
My hour is almost come.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing, revenge my foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder? Who done it?
That villainous mage Tyronius Athanatos.
How?
With juice of cursed Hebenon in a vial, and in the porches of mine ears did pour the leprous distilment.
He poured poison in your ear? That's a really weird way to kill someone.
Remember me.
Whoa, I knew that Tyronius was no good, but this is another.
It is imperative that you invite me in. The sun is coming up. After our last interaction, you know, the one where you wasted my... I met my lovely bride, Myrna, who now waits for me with a group of our close friends and family to tie the knot in the vampire crypt.
It just sounds so creepy when you ask me to invite you in. Like every human instinct tells me not to. Just give me more to work with, Heine.
Heinrich. Well, Lil, as you may or may not know, in addition to being a vampire, yes, I said it, I am a chiropractor for creatures of the night. We feel pain too. Good lumbar support is rare these days. Well, I wish to continue to be a pillar of my community. I wish to marry...
I think I've got enough to go on now.
Finally, I can...
Don't make me regret this, Heinrich. I invite you into the sprawl to get creepy married.
You have just completely redeemed yourself, Lil. My love, I'm coming.
Let me guess. We're finally gonna have the best friend taco party I've been dreaming about since level 5.
Excuse me, what?
You're not a part of this, Chuck.
Lil, I have something important to discuss with you.
Wait a minute. Where's your emerald necklace? And why are you wearing that? That's just like the one that creepy Tyronius has.
It was a gift from Tyronius on behalf of the Mages Guild to keep me safe.
Tyronius has been giving me big bad guy energy since level 1. I would ditch that amulet immediately.
That is for me to decide. Lil, I have something I need to tell you.
Desi, I know we talked about this, but are you sure? Lil's done a lot for us.
I am not having this conversation again. It is entirely inappropriate what you've been put through. That is why tomorrow will be your last guard shift.
But we're at war. I've been doing a good job, I think. I feel like in lots of little ways I've been, I don't know, changing the course of fate.
Desi, sure, she's a kid. And no, it's probably not fair. But she's proven she's more than meets the eye plenty of times. You were the reason I asked her to uncover the spy in the GLA.
True as that may be, it's time she was relieved of her duty.
Where is all of this coming from? I thought we were, friends.
Friends? With you? Someone who has been acting in her own self-interest against the crown? Tyronius has told me the true nature of your character.
Tyronius? He's nuts, and he gives off real main villain energy. Why would you believe anything that creepy ghoul factory has to say?
Because he has accepted the role as my advisor.
He's your 4th advisor?
4th, and perhaps only, if the other 3 remain so utterly useless.
You're gonna fire Stryker? I mean, I get Shit Cannon Ash and Malcolm, but don't you think it's better to, have multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions?
Not anymore. And neither does Tyronius. He also thinks it is time for this little game to be over.
These don't sound like your words.
She's right, honey. They don't.
Listen to me. I have made my decision. Tomorrow will be your final shift. We will not suffer those who speak against the Queen of the Sprawl.
Desdemona, listen to yourself.
I will not be spoken to like that by a filthy... I'm sorry. I'm under so much pressure. I need to lie down. I don't feel quite like myself right now. Lil, I'm sorry, but it's almost time for the end. Chuck, take me home.
This doesn't make any sense. I have worked my ass off for you and the Bloody Sprawl, not to mention the idiot triplet advisors, and now you're following that Tyronius asshole's advice? Fine, I quit.
You can't quit. You were already relieved of duty.
This sucks.
I'm sorry, Lil. I'll try to talk to her. Good night.
And the already spread-thin guard force is calling it the worst night of, and I quote, creepy shit they've ever seen on St. Swithin's Day. And that's saying a lot. So if you see any of the few guards trying their darndest to keep things together inside our fair city walls, just go up and give them a hug, because Po Buddy's nerfect. I'm sorry, there appears to be a... You're listening to...
Hey, a letter arrived from...
Dear Lil, I haven't received your last letter yet. I really could have used the pick-me-up. Things are getting really hectic here. Everyone is busy getting ready for the upcoming naval battle. Even though I don't have any training at all, I'm getting stationed on one of the attack boats on the front lines. But don't worry, I overheard the admiral say that there may be a plan brewing to unleash a ferocious sea monster, if they can find one. But they'll have to make sure there aren't allies in the water when they do. So that sounds like a plan, right? I don't really know what's in store for me, but I'm doing my very best so I can get home, and we can finally get our lives back on the right track. Wish me luck. I think I'll need it this time. Love, Dad.
I guess all the fighting has disrupted the postal service? Oh, the humanity!
I heard the news this is your last shift down here at the shed.
How'd you hear?
Cecil told me. He's actually been running interference for you behind the scenes this whole game. He wanted me to make sure you're all stocked up for your shift. Are you sure you've got everything you need? I've got a big...
Thanks for everything, Garby.
Oh, hi! It's me, Kelly. I've got a wagon full of food for my boss to help with the whole people dying of starvation.
Whoa! Your wagon is full of rotten food.
Well, it wasn't rotten when I picked it up 2 weeks ago.
That's really not great. I didn't know Monty's was part of the war effort.
Oh, yeah, I had to go all the way to the Monty's in...
Why did you wear heels to make such a long walk?
Psh, I can do it all.
What kind of food did you...
I don't know. Stuff for soup? I didn't ask too many.
Stuff for soup? Isn't anything big?
Huh. Kid, I don't gotta take this from you, too. I get enough of this kind of treatment from Mom. A blinding rage fills my eyes. It is the gatekeeper who ruined my wedding day. How have you, on... Thank the walls of your shed for protecting you from the taste of my blade. Despite my blood feud with you, Guardian, it does not please me that the Sprawl... This war has been conducted most dishonorably by those pathetic Petrardians.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you have at least some sympathy. Maybe Marvog can intervene and stop the war.
We could have this war settled in no time. Those bloated Petrardians stand no chance against the might of Marvog. But your queen would have to make a compelling argument why we should help her now.
Marvog can't be in a very good spot right now. Most of their supplies are imported, and this war has interrupted movement of goods. Perhaps they are here to make a deal. Send them in and let me assess the situation.
I have come to offer a deal with the Sprawl. Give us food in sufficient amounts to continue the ballet, and Marvog will provide power. If you let me in, we shall proceed. If not, you can protect your... Glory shall come to my...
Kapla!
Well, Kaplad, little one. Kapla!
Hail, Groundwalker. I am Marabella.
Hi, I'm Lil. Anything else?
I don't know. I've never been above water before,